everybody, this is Jeff with Red One Tactical.
I'm Hank with Everyday Carry 101. Today we're going to discuss the Sig 239. 239 is probably one of the best carry weapons that you can have if you're into SIGs. SIGs aren't necessarily my cup of tea, but your mileage may vary. And I'll discuss some of the highlights of why I like it, why I don't like it. But this particular SIG is in 357 SIG. Sig Sauer is the one that developed that round. This particular SIG, it holds 7 rounds of 357 SIG, and it also will carry 7 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson. Now, the unique and the cool thing about these guns is when you get a 357 or a 40 cal in this particular gun, you can switch out barrels. You can run 40 caliber Smith & Wesson out of this with the barrel. It's the same magazine, so we take this magazine and then it works for exactly the same for each round. You don't need to buy a new magazine with these guns. The reason being is because the 357 SIG has the same casing as a 40 caliber round. So basically with the 357 SIG, they take a 40 caliber Smith & Wesson casing and put a 9mm bullet in it and neck it down so it can fit in the chamber. It's probably one of the best defense rounds that we have. It has high velocity. I don't know the entire history of why the round was created, but it was sort of similar to why the 40 caliber was created. A lot of police officers here in Tennessee, the Tennessee Highway Patrol carries a 357 round because they like the fact that it has the amount of velocity to go through windshields. Now, as an everyday carry piece, this gun is thin enough to carry for everyday carry. The thing I don't like about it is you're limited to 7 rounds. Now, I'm sure that SIG makes grip extensions to where you can add additional rounds, but that kind of defeats our everyday carry purpose for this particular firearm. The cool thing about SIGs is with the Sig P239 and the P220 or the 220 and the Sig P226, they're basically the same sort of design gun. The 226 has a long history in the United States military. The Navy SEALs for a while carry it, and I think they're still issued. Then you get into the 229s, and Army CID, they're issued that particular gun. And some units in the military may be issued this particular weapon, especially for concealed carry, whether covert operations, whether there be CID agents, which are like the detectives for the military. They may need to go in plain clothes and they needed something maybe a little different than what they're currently carrying. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who's a SIG fan. Now, this may not be your best option again. It depends on your history with firearms. If you're used to revolvers, double action, and that amount of carry rounds, then this might be a good option for you. And I'll tell you why I don't like it. I'm a SIG, or I'm a Glock guy. Jeff with the Red One, he's a Glock guy, but he's more of an H&K guy. So for Jeff, this might be better for him because he's used to that H&K trigger. For me, I'm not used to that long double action trigger. Not to say it's not good, it's just I can't operate that particular trigger well because of my history. I've been in the military currently for 16 years and I'm used to the Beretta, but I grew up with a Glock. And my father was a police officer and I grew up on his guns. And so while I can shoot a Beretta and I can shoot a SIG okay, and I can shoot them accurately, I prefer a SIG. So again, your mileage may vary. Check this gun out. A lot of people don't know about it. Now, what separates this differently than some of the other SIGs is it's pretty thin and it has a short handle. Now, when we talk concealed carry, this is sort of what you're wanting. I don't really want to compare this to the Glock line, but if I need to give you an idea, this has a very similar grip to a Glock in the far as length. And when you're wanting to conceal carry a gun, you're concerned about the butt more than you are the muzzle. Because normally, whether you carry it at the 3 o'clock or you do a pendant style carry, or some people call them Mexican gangster style carry, whatever you want to call it, people are concerned about the butt sticking out in printing. This is pretty short, so you're going to be able to conceal carry this gun pretty well. I'll give a demonstration on how I would carry, how I like to carry. I like to carry up front, appendix style. And I'll show you how you can make this disappear on your person with just regular street clothes. Okay, so here we go. We got a little Stow and Go Gallico holster. You can usually pick these up for about 20 bucks. They're not real expensive. This particular holster is actually made for a Glock, but sometimes they're universal. We can kind of stick in there a little further to cover the trigger. But I'll show you how I like to carry it. Sometimes I just like to carry it right up front, just stick it in my pants. I've got my undershirt in the way. Clips right there. And I just simply drape my shirt over it. Nothing big. I can go run the store, run the mall, do whatever. And no one knows that I have 7 rounds of 357 Sig out of an actual combat style pistol. So, great carry weapon. Your mileage may vary. Check it out. Check out Raven 1 Tactical. Check us out on Everyday Carry 101 on Facebook. We'll do more reviews. We're about to go into some of the Glock line here in a bit. But again, this gun, it's a combat style pistol in a small little concealed carry package, shooting a very high velocity 357 Sig. Thanks.